Hey everyone, Scott from Galaxy Comics with another CGC unboxing video. This time around I have one box. I was waiting for a second box. I wanted to do two of them at one time, but the most recent one I have at CGC, they received on April 2nd, and it's still sitting as received. It's not even in grading or anything yet, and it's been like a month and a half. So anyway, these boxes they use, yeah, it's huge. This is a gigantic box. I don't think it's magazines. I think it's comics. We'll find out in a second here. But it should be some pretty cool stuff. I'm getting into now. I know I'm way behind on this this collection of books, but a lot of like really cool gold and silver age stuff is going out now. I'm caught up with everything else, like as far as just regular sort of modern customer books. Ugh. So heavy. Okay, so yeah, they got these awesome, I can't say enough about this bubble wrap. It's like so heavy duty. You can make helmets out of it, and we have. But yeah, so they're packing them in these big balloons here. So there's another one. I think there's just the three in there. Probably drop them all over the floor, but that's okay. They're in big bubble wrappies. Okay, so we got three of these things. Yeah, they're like super heavy duty. These are really neat. If you haven't seen these yet, these are awesome as far as packing, shipping stuff. Unpacking stuff, it's a little hinky. I don't know what kind of order these are in. Here's the receipt. So they may be, it's a run of books. It's a really neat run of books. They may not be in order as I show them to you. Get these things off. I'm gonna open them all first. So give me a second here. See this big bubble. Totally use it for a small motorcycle helmet or something. Anyway. All right. I don't think these are in order. I'm gonna show them all to you anyway. They're just gonna be random-ish, but they're really cool, and I don't think I've ever opened any packages like these yet. This is stuff from the 50s, 40s. So we'll just start with a Jungle Comics number 163. Yeah, this one's a little rougher. More rough. Jungle Comics 163. It's a 5.0. Got Kanga, Lord of the Jungle, Tiger Girl, other top features. Cool books. I'm just going to get into it. Here's a Jumbo Comics number 78. 1945. This book came out featuring Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, 8.5. It was a very fine plus. Jumbo Comics. Here's another Jumbo Comics number 34. 1941 this book came out. This book is older than my mom by almost a decade. 10 center Jumbo Comics. That's a 9. 9. Very fine near mint Jumbo Comics. Claws of the Devil Cat. That's Sheena. Try to get it so you can see that. Wow, that's nice. Jeez, these are cool. Fight Comics number 58 from 1948. Another Tiger Girl. 7.5. Very fine minus. Book from 1948. Jungle Comics 108. More Kanga stuff. Near mint. This book's near mint. This book's a 9.4. If it didn't have the writing on the cover, it might be a 9.6. 1948. So what is that? 137 years? I don't know. It's pretty old. Also older than my mom. Near mint. Golly. Jeez. Jungle Comics 107, 1948. 9.2. Near mint minus. Man. I haven't checked, well, because I didn't look at these yet. So I haven't checked like the census or anything or GPA to see if there's any kind. There's not going to be any comps on this stuff. Jungle Comics 106. Kind of got your bondage cover. You got Wambi the Jungle Boy. Camilla, Flame of the Congo. And near mint. It's just a near mint Jungle Comics from 1948. Matt Baker art. Bondage cover. That's what I said. Ridiculous. This stuff is ridiculous. This is more like what you would expect. Here's a Jungle Comics 105. You know, sharp. Nice book. You know, it's in fine. It's a 6.0. For books of that age. I'm going to skip that one. It doesn't fit the theme. Here's a Jungle Comics number 75. The really green cover. Jeez. Very basic cover. Oh, that ape's getting stabbed right in the side. Near mint minus. Ridiculous condition. 1946. The book's like 80 years old. Just about 80 years old. Near mint minus. Here's a... Yeah, here's one's 80 years old. Jungle Comics 63. 8.5. Very fine plus. It's got the Hip Hop Anonymous on the cover. Oh, jeez. That's not pleasant. Here's a Jungle Comics 60. Also 1944. They just keep getting older. Got this guy getting shot in the neck. 8.5 though. Dude getting shot in the throat with an arrow. He's having a bad day. But I guess that's what you get when you throw the women off the cliff there. Jungle Comics 104, 1948. A villain named Dr. Wortham appears in the Camilla story. Flame of the Congo. Camilla, Flame of the Congo. 6.0. Fine. Book's fine. Jungle 103. Matt Baker art. Frank Doyle art. More Kanga stuff. Near mint minus. 9.2. 9.2. God. Ridiculous. Jungle Comics number 79. 1946. More gorillas. Near mint. What do the backs look like? The backs look just as good. Is that? Look at it. Look at that. Look at it. And this is just the start. There's so much more stuff like this coming in. Jungle Comics 76. I don't even know. Near mint minus. Jungle Comics 110. Raid of the Fire Fangs with Camilla, Wambi, and Simba. The elephant taking on them jackals. 9.0. 9. Slide these over. Jungle Comics 109. 6.5. Oh, that's pretty. I like the colors on that one. Jungle Comics Jungle Comics 108. Another 9. I don't know, I kind of like that blue and red. It's kind of jumps out at you. Oh, here's one. This one looks a little different. So it doesn't have the guy on the cover. It doesn't have Kaanga. Jumbo, that's why, because Jungle Comics is Kaanga. Jumbo Comics 127, 1949. More Matt Baker stuff. This is a Sheena. That's why it looks different. Fine, very fine. Nice 7. Hawk. All right, so we get some more jumbos. I think we did all the jungles. Jesus. Jumbo Comics 119 with the Jumbo Comics number 28. Okay, it's Jumbo Comics 119 with the Jumbo Comics 28 cover homage. So they were doing homages back in the day. 1949. Sheena. King Crocodile's Domain. Near mint. Near mint. Book. It's crazy. Jumbo Comics 115. Fiction House. 948. Sheena. The Svengali of the Apes. Very fine. Got a couple more. Jungle Comics number 14. We're back to the jungle with Wambi and Camilla and Simba and Terry Thunder and the Red Panther and Fantoma. That is a really big, scary looking monkey. 7.5. It's creepy. Creepy monkey. Jungle Comics. Oh, guy getting punched right in the face. Man, that guy's got some fangs. Jungle Comics number 13, 1941. The oldest book. I think that's the oldest book in this run, in this box. 1941. Good golly. A very fine minus. Dude with the big old fangs getting punched right in the face. Happens, I guess. Jumbo Comics number 131. Another Sheena. It's a nice book. 5.5. It's hard to believe it was a book from 1950, and I'm looking at it. It's a fine minus, and I'm like, man, I think the book's nicer than that. It's got some issues. 5.5 though. And then the last one, which I think we were just filling up the box. It's a Rangers comic, number 60. We got Firehair. Everybody remembers Firehair, right? No, nobody remembers Firehair. 1951. Near mint minus. Rangers comics 60, number 60. She's the White Queen of the Sioux. Buzzards of Bushwhack Trail. I think we maybe got some more Firehawk out somewhere, but 9.2, super nice. I really want to go look at the census on these. So I'm going to do something. I've never done this before, but I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to go look some stuff up, and then I'm going to come back and talk to you again. So give me just a minute here. Okay, I'm back. How long was I gone? Minutes? Hours? Who's to say? Time is relative. Its worth depends upon what we do as it passes. But I digress. What I did do while I was gone was hit the CGC census and the GPA website to kind of get a feel for how many of these high-grade books are out there and maybe the value of some of them. And the best comparison that I found is books from the Promise Collection. And if you're unfamiliar with the Promise Collection, I'm going to leave a link or two down in the description there. It's worth checking out. Long story short, it's basically probably the second best pedigree collection ever discovered after the Edgar Church collection. So I'm going to highlight a couple of these books, maybe 8 or 9 of them, and just kind of see how they compare with other stuff that's out there, because I'm so impressed with these books. Like, the condition boggles my mind. Okay, so for example, this Jumbo Comics 119, which I've already shown you, it's a 9.4. There are two 9.4s. This is tied for the highest grade. There was one other 9.4, which is from the Promise Collection, and that sold for about $2,300. Most of the Promise Collection stuff that they've sold so far through Heritage, they sold in like 21, 22. So yeah, the other 9.4, not that one, sold for $2,300. Jump over to Jungle Comics 75. So this is a near mint minus. There's two 9.2s, there's two 9.4s, and a 9.6. So there's actually several that are higher grade than this. The Promise Collection book was a 9.4 that sold for about $1,900. Maybe I'll skip that one. Let's do the 9.4s. So Jungle Comics 79. This near mint copy from 1946. What is that? Number 79. There were three 9.4s, a 9.6, and a 9.8, which is the 9.8 is from the Edgar Church collection. The Promise Collection copy of that book was also a 9.4, sold for about $1,200. Oh, let's see what else we got here. Oh, I lied. Okay, so here's a 9.2. Jungle Comics 103, 9.2. There's two 9.2s and two 9.4s. Those are the highest graded copies. The Promise Collection book is also a 9.2, sold for a little over $600. Jungle 106. Here's Jungle 106, another near mint copy. There are two 9.4s, this one and the Promise Collection. And the one from the Promise Collection sold for about $2,600. So there you go. The Jungle 107, this near mint minus. Ties for the highest grade. There's three 9.2s out there, including the Edgar Church / Mile High copy. So kind of ties for the best graded copy of that. 108, this near mint Jungle Comics 108, 9.4. There's three 9.4s and a 9.6 kicking around. The Promise Collection copy of that was an 8.5, also an 8.5. And I guess maybe this Ranger Comics number 60, 9.2. There's one 9.2, this one. There's one graded higher. There's a 9.4, which is from, not the Promise Collection, but from the Mile High Collection, the Edgar Church Collection, that sold for like $1,400 back in 2018. The next highest grade, there's the Mile High 9.8. There's this guy, 9.2. The next highest grade is an 8.5 on that book. So there's not a ton of those kicking around, and they're not high grade. So anyway, just kind of wanted to point that out. Like, these are the 9.4s at least are right close to the top of the census. One or two books either tied for the best condition, or one or two books better. And I guess I'm just saying that because, gosh darn, these books are nice. But anyway, I don't think all of our videos will be like this. I'm just kind of happy with this one. So that's it for now. Like I said, there's another one that's been sitting, waiting to be graded. Another invoice waiting to be graded since April 2nd. So who knows when that'll come in. And Gary's got a bunch. He's got one that he just sent out, which is some modern stuff. And then there's a couple of invoices of older stuff. And then on and on and on. So we're going to try to get caught up. I said this last year. Apparently I was wrong. I'm going to try to get caught up this year with all of the stuff that I still have sitting around here. Including sending in some more of the Michalke's books. I sent in a few more Amazing Spider-Man and Uncanny X-Men just this week. So hopefully those will be back in a couple of months. It's a few books, but we'll see what kind of grades those come back. But anyway, that's it for now. I kind of rambled long enough, and as always, thanks for watching.